What is your boy JusRzd, and today we're finally tapping in with the season finale of Kaiju number 8, and I'm excited. Let's get into it. Do me a favor. Go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things that you know you're supposed to be doing. Anyway, we on YouTube now. What are you doing? Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy JusRzd. Like I said, we're getting into the series finale, not series finale, but the season finale of Kaiju number 8. This is episode 12, titled Kafka Hibino, which of course is the name of the main protagonist. My bad. Anyway, so this episode starts right where the last episode ended. So Kafka's still fighting Sal, and they're still going at it back and forth. Sal has the prototype suit for Kaiju number 2, and of course Kafka is now in berserker mode, and Kaiju number 8 has now taken over his body and is going stupid. It's going stupid on the Sal. He is giving him hands, feet, vocal blast. Like he's going ham on the Sal. Like, if Asao wasn't fighting seriously, and if he didn't have number 2's armor, Asao would have been dead a long time ago. Like, he's going ham. Whole time they're fighting still. Kikudu is watching this fight from the little observatory area with all the other heads of the council. And it's interesting how they structured the season finale together. It was dope. We got to see the conclusion of the fight. We got to see pretty much what happened after the fight, and pretty much how the Defense Force chose to move forward. So as the fight concludes, we have Kafka realizing he's not in control, not realizing what he can do. He has moments where he feels like he can break free and get control, and then Kaiju number 8 swallows him up. Again, just kind of breaking his resolve, and then he looks up and sees Kikudu just kind of in shambles, crying tears, knowing that she promised that if he's not on their side, then she's gonna have to kill him. But also knowing that he's fighting her father, and so it's just like, I don't want to kill you because you my man's, Kafka, but at the end of the day, I did promise that if you're not human, I'm gonna kill you. And so it's just like, so she's crying, she's emotional, and Kafka sees her crying, and he's like, bro, I can't let you kill Asao in front of Kikudu. Like, that's just not, it just can't happen. So he's going through it emotionally, trying to break free. He gets swallowed up by Kaiju number 8 again, and then in the midst of him being swallowed up, he remembers Mina and how hard she was crying when their city got destroyed from a Kaiju when they were younger, and that kind of snaps him back to reality. And then he ends up taking control of Kaiju number 8, as Kaiju number 8 is pretty much throwing Asao around like a rag doll. And as he throws Asao around like a rag doll, he's about to land a finishing blow. Asao can't move at this point. He's been bruised and battered. And he's just about to die. And right as we see him making the final blow, we see the blood splatter. We see Kikudu's face look shocked and hurt and confused. And then we see Kafka finally gained control back from Kaiju number 8, and actually, instead of punching Asao, he actually punched himself in the core and passed out. Before he passed out, of course, he did tell Asao, he said, like I said, I'm not a Kaiju, I'm Kafka Hibino, and passes out. And as he passes out, we're introduced to another top member of the Defense Force, Narumi, and he has like this dope weapon. Suit was fire too, but he has this dope weapon that's like, low-key looks like a huge Buster sword. So I was like, is this Cloud? But it looked like a huge Buster sword. But we see him pop up, and he puts the sword to Kafka's neck, and Asao tells him to chill out, go get the medic team, and we're gonna rescue. We're pretty much gonna make sure he needs medical attention. So his core's been damaged, so he needs medical attention. So we're gonna send him away with the medic. And so Narumi's just sitting there like, all right, I'll tell him, but you sure you don't want me to kill him? He's like, nah. Go get the medic. So he goes to get the medic. And then we cut to pretty much the council discussing what they're gonna do with Kafka, and they end up bringing Captain Mina in and pretty much letting her know that they want her testimony for their records, but her testimony is not going to influence their judgment. And she pretty much testifies like, yeah, I knew him since we were kids, but there was no preferential treatment from me. And they was like, well, we can see that because based right here on his exam, we saw that you said he wasn't fit for combat, but Vice Captain, and the Vice Captain actually is the one who recommended that he be put on the team. And she was like, yeah. She was like, but whether he's Kaiju human or not, I'm not sure. But I know that he's protected us. She described what he did in the 2 different battles and 2 different missions that he's had. And then she also said, as the tagline, like she was putting a lot of sauce on it. But then at the tagline, she was just like, and I'll trust him with my life. Based on his heart, I'll trust him with my life. And that just caused the council to go into uproar, like, oh, we gotta strike that from the record, blah, 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 blah. Hey, man, chill out. Sal's sitting there the whole time just listening to her talk. He's just like, all right, I hear you. And so they pretty much send her away. They deliberate some more, and then Sal makes his judgment. And as he makes his judgment, we don't see his actual judgment just yet. As he makes his judgment, we just hear it says Kafka Hibino will, or Kaiju number 8 will, and then it cuts to a different scene, and it cuts to Kafka waking up in the hospital, not realizing what's going on, and he has like this damaged chest area where he punched himself that's still trying to heal, and he wakes up and he realizes that 1, he's not dead, and then 2, that Asao is sitting right beside him in the hospital, and he's delighted to see Asao, and Asao's like, yo, chill, calm down. And he's excited to see Asao. He explains, he was just like, oh, you're fine, you're alive. He was just like, I'm so glad that you're alive because I didn't want anything to happen to you in front of Kikudu. And Asao was like, And so Asao just kind of explains to him, he's like, look, let's pretty much get into it. We made our decision. As far as you being, he was like, I told you I'm human and not a kaiju. And he was like, well, as far as you being a human, not a kaiju, let's start with the hole in your chest that's healing. What we found behind the hole in your chest shows that you definitely are a kaiju. Like, you're definitely not human anymore. He was like, but however, the fact still remains to be proven whether or not you're an enemy. And you see that it cuts back to pretty much Kafka. I mean, not Kafka. It cuts back to the scene with Asao pretty much giving his verdict to the High Council and just being like, yo, he won't be used as a weapon, but he'll fight for us. And so their shtick right now is pretty much, instead of killing Kafka and stripping him down for parts, for lack of better words, they're gonna actually allow him to continue to fight in the Defense Force and continue to train with them and continue to be a kind of like a living weapon at this particular point as an officer that has kaiju abilities to be able to help them defend the city. And he just explains, he's like, look, there's clearly something going on here that we're not aware of as far as with the kaijus and the coordinated attacks and stuff like that. So we need to be prepared and we need to try something different. So we're going to try out Kafka. And so he pretty much lets the council know that that's his decision, that's his judgment. Of course, they were upset, but he's just like, hey, man, chill out. This is the decision we're making. And so it cuts back to him and Kafka talking and discussing that. And then as they're discussing that and as we see the verdict, we see Captain Mina walking out of the facility, and she gets the text that pretty much Kafka was spared in his judgment and he's going to be returning back to the Defense Force. And I kind of like how they just sent out a mass email to everybody on the Defense Force, because then we start seeing everybody on the Defense Force, everybody that Kafka worked with, getting the notification that he's not going to be killed and that he is going to make it out. And just seeing their reaction and seeing the joy that even it brought to Mina was super dope. And then we cut to the vice captain, and he's just like, all right, now the work really starts. He's just like, because not only is this a secret, but this is a secret that we have to hide from the general public, because what's going to happen if the general public finds out that we're working with somebody who's a kaiju? And the little lady from the laboratory with the glasses was just like, oh yeah, you're right, but that's why we're keeping it secret, right? He was like, yeah, but he's gonna have to do everything in his power. Kafka's gonna have to do everything in his power to make sure that that secret stays a secret. So it was just dope to see how everybody all the camaraderie came together. All the camaraderie came in. It was just dope to see how everybody just came together and celebrated the fact that Kafka survived, and just seeing how much he's grown on each individual person in the Defense Force, to the people that rock with him heavy, to the people that didn't really know him like that but know that he saved their lives. It was just dope to see his actual imprint and effect and impact on those different people in this particular situation. So I thought that was dope. The episode ends with Kaiju number 9 actually defeating a bunch of different people in online chess. And he has like 9 screens up of playing online chess and just defeating a whole bunch of people. And he's just like, yeah, I think I finally understand how humans think, just based on this experiment he was doing. And we cut to his apartment, and he pretty much declares war on the Defense Force. It's just like, it's time to reclaim the power. It's time to reclaim the power that was originally Kaiju's. It's time to reclaim that power and make it Kaiju's again. So we get more of his motivation at the end of this episode, and then the episode pretty much cuts to black. And we get to see a full arc of Kafka being this lowly freaking janitorial worker who had dreams and aspirations to be so much more, become the Defense Force's like new secret weapon against the Kaijus during these 12 episodes. And we get to see his whole arc. We get to see Kaiju number 9. We get to see the antagonist. We get to see his pretty much mission now is to reclaim the power that once was Kaiju's, and reassert that dominance of Kaiju. And just hearing that declaration, like, I know season 2 is going to be crazy. I know season 1 was phenomenal. I know season 2 is going to be crazy. Like, season 1 was phenomenal, between the fights, between the story, between the characters and how they were written. This season was phenomenal. I'll probably do a video later discussing like top season finales and top seasons so far this year, but this was a pleasant surprise. Kaiju number 8 was a pleasant surprise for me personally, and I'm really entertained by this entire season, especially the season finale. And I'm really interested in seeing where it goes, how it develops, how each character develops, what new powers each person may attain or use or utilize. And I'm just excited to see where this story is going to go. I want to see what's going to happen between Kafka and Captain Mina. I want to see how Narumi is going to fit into all this. Like, I'm interested. I want to see what's going to develop with Asao and Kikudu. Just seeing their relationship develop as father and daughter. I'm excited to see where this story goes from here. So for me, I'm giving this episode, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed this season finale. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. The story was dope, the fighting was dope, the cutaways were dope, the way they strung together the episode was fire. So I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. And as far as like overall for the series, I'm gonna give this particular series, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Kaiju number 8, season 1 gets a 9 out of 10 for me. The season finale gets a 10 out of 10 for me. But the actual season, 9 out of 10 for me. So let me know in the comments if you feel like I'm tripping, if you feel like it should have been a 10 out of 10 for the season. If you agree with my rating for the season, if you agree with my rating for the episode, let me know in the comments below. We can chop it up. If you're enjoying Kaiju number 8, let me know in the comments. If you haven't watched it yet, definitely put it on your watch list. And don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime that I upload a new video. And don't forget, it's free show to the soul free. Let's get it.